Hey there, and welcome to another episode of your favorite libertarian. In today's episode, we are getting into electrical as promised for the building of the basement gym project. If you haven't seen any of the other episodes, be sure to click on the link at the end of this video in that little box that pops up at the very end, and you can watch the whole playlist. If you have any questions on previous episodes for this series, go ahead and click on those and watch those. If you have any questions on this one, those go in the comment section below, along with any prayer requests, comments, or dad jokes. Today we're going to be looking at the electrical wiring so we can see how everything is wired up to be optimal for fitness performance. As a reminder, this series is very costly to make, so if you could do something that would be a huge favor, it would be clicking on the link in the description or in the pinned comment below to help support the channel by buying awesome fitness equipment and other stuff that you're already going to buy at a discount, no additional cost to you, and support the channel at the same time. That is what happens when you click on my affiliate links. Thanks in advance. You guys are awesome. Now, with no further ado, let's get into the actual video.
I think that we've already know. Yeah, I think that we've already know. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've already know. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong.
In this segment, we're going to show you what the electricians did so far. So we have an outlet down here. This is going to allow us to plug in things, to charge things, to use power tools for the workbench because it'll be up along this wall here. Then we have two switches. One is going to control the lighting for this room, and it's going to be a dimmable switch. The other one is going to be just a regular switch to control this outlet up here. This outlet is going to allow us to have a nice long overhead light that'll give us really good lighting for the workbench, for videos, and just for using the workbench in general. And that's controlled by that switch, so we can switch it on and off very conveniently, which is pretty cool. Along the wall to the right when you come in, we have an outlet that's already existing that we're using for our saw and other power tools. And then we have an outlet on one side of the window and one on the other side of the window. That is so my wife can plug in her Peloton facing one way or the other. It's up to her. She has options though. As we make our way along the wall on the right, you'll see we've got that outlet that we mentioned before, and then an outlet over here. I didn't put any in the middle here because this is where the squat rack is going to be. So we want to make sure that we have plenty of room for the squat rack. Any mirrors that we might have back here, any banners, murals, whatever, we'll have options here, and we won't be limited up and down space with where the outlets are. So that's where the squat rack's going to go. Then we also have another outlet here, and this one's pretty much going to be for fans, any type of special lighting that we need for videos. That'll be what that outlet is primarily going to be for. There's no lighting or outlets in this area because this is where we're going to have a lot of storage, and there's going to be barn doors covering all this up, so we won't have to worry about that. There's already an outlet over here for the furnace and for the water heater, so nothing's changed there as far as electrical goes. Now I'll show you the overhead lighting. All right, so when you come in, you've got 4 overhead lights. You got one there, one there, one there, and one there. They're evenly spaced based off of where all this piping is, because we didn't want it to be different spacing for where this piping ends and where it begins. We wanted it to look all uniform and light the space evenly, and we didn't want it too close to these pipes because then it would just create a shadow in this part of the room. So these overhead lights are dimmable. They also have all sorts of different modes, so you can have it be like a yellowish color, you can have it be a little bit whiter of a color, or you can have it be super white. And then we also have the dimmable switch, so you can dim whichever mode you're in as well, which will be really good having all those options for filming. As far as the lighting is concerned, these are the lights that we went with. I'll show you this if you want to pick some up yourself. And they're essentially thin, round lights that will work with these round receptacles. And because we'll be spraying the ceiling black, they'll just look like they're floating up there, which will be really cool. So we'll have these white lights floating on a black ceiling. Well, what'd you think of that segment of the project? Do you have any questions? Did you like it? Do you like seeing the wiring? If you want to see what it looks like once it's all drywalled and painted and those lights are installed, be sure to stay tuned, subscribe, and click that playlist to watch more videos for the Building a Basement Gym series. Again, if you want to help support the channel, buy awesome stuff, save money, click the link in the description or in the pinned comment. And thank you. Next up will be spray painting all of the ceilings black with some dry fall paint. That should be an exciting one. Try not to breathe in too deeply while you're watching it. And as always, thanks for watching, stay free, and God bless.
What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah.